So starting downward dog, sliding forward into your plank, then lowering knees down to the ground, gazing slightly forward, bending elbows, slowly lowering to the earth, peeling shoulders onto back, and then pressing back up onto your knees and back to your downward dog. We'll do that 3 more rounds, gliding forward, knees to the earth, and then slowly lower, bending those elbows, landing, shoulders nestling onto back, pull belly in, press back up, back to downward dog, slide forward, knees bend, elbows bend, peel shoulders onto back, press back up, downward dog. 1 more round. So you'll come to the ground. You're going to do scorpion, so your arms are out to either side. Bend your right knee, reach it up towards the sky, and then cross over to your opposing glute. Then come on back, release back down, bend knee, engage left glute, get a nice opening through the hip flexors, and then return, and just keep moving here from side to side. Just taking your time here to breathe and just start to open. Three, 2, and 1. Come onto your back. Press your feet into the ground. Tuck the pubic bone towards your navel so you start to feel your glutes fire here. And then press your hips up towards the sky. And you're just going to pulse at the top here. Just that last little bit. Just waking up the glutes, feeling drawstring tighten in between the top of your pelvis. Nice work. I'm just feeling those glutes really start to fire here. 3, 2, rest. You'll come onto your hands and your knees. Keeping that nice neutral spine, you'll extend your right leg back behind you, tuck your toes under, pull navel into spine, and we're just gonna lift and get that nice hip extension and lower back down. Lift and lower. Lift, lower, press your hands into the earth and then away from each other. Feel the bottom tips of the shoulder blades nestling towards each other. Just really getting glutes firing here. Three, 2, and rest. All right, we're going to the other side. So you'll come into that quadruped position, wrists below shoulders, knees below hips. Extend the left leg behind you. Tuck toes under, gaze slightly forward. And then you're lifting and lowering. So you're really getting that glute to fire, doing your best to keep your pelvis level. Toes pointing towards the earth here. starting to notice the glute on the bent knee working hard here. Three, two, rest. All right, we're coming onto our backs into a tabletop position, pressing hands into thighs into hands, back of head, mid-spine, tailbone connecting to the earth. We'll extend our legs at a 45-degree angle, and then we'll come straight out in front if that feels okay in your body. You can just keep going at that 45-degree angle if that feels better on the back of the head, mid-spine and tailbone staying in contact to the earth. So we just really want to keep that connection. And if we're feeling that it's a little bit too much strain on the lower back, then just stay at that 45-degree angle. You should feel the drawstring tightening in between the top of the pelvis here. Three, two, and rest. Nice work. All right, we're coming into a reverse lunge to balance. So you'll stand up. We're just gonna get everything firing here. So you're gonna start by balancing on your right foot. Keep your pelvis nice and level, hinge from your hips. Step back, coming into that reverse lunge to balance, pressing back up and finding your balance. And really focusing here and trying to keep that pelvis level. As you step back, pressing into your front heel, coming to a nice neutral spine, and then back again. Thinking about pressing through the ball of that front foot to keep that knee from dipping in, right? Just going nice and slow and controlled. We're gonna get that glute med firing a little bit more, which will help. We're switching to the other side, balancing on your left foot, pelvis level, and then stepping back. And just noticing if there's a difference from side to side here. There usually is. Really important movements for making running more available to us, making sure that glute med, glute max, internal quadricep muscles are firing so that we can track ankle, knee, hip as we move through space. Sometimes there's, just imbalances that waking up all the muscles that tend to be underactive can really help us move with more ease. Good. All right, rest. We're coming into side plank. It's a plank, it's a side plank. So we'll start whatever side feels good to you and just feel that stability of your hand pressing into the earth and that weight transferring into the opposing hand. And then you'll press the other hand into the earth, reach up, and just find that top arm a wing for the bottom arm. And just notice all the muscles working here as we move from side to side. Notice that bottom hip lifting up, feeling that glute med fire that stabilizes the pelvis. Three, two, rest. Nice work. Okay, we're moving to a little bit of pick-me-up. 20 seconds on, 10 seconds rest. We're gonna do a little squat jack action for 20, and then we'll rest for 10, and we're gonna do just a pulse lunge. We're really getting that whole chain firing ankle, knee, hip. So we'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and so we're just getting a little bit of opening in those hips right now. When we sit a lot, they tend to get tight. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So then you'll step that right foot forward, left foot back. You're tacking that right hip forward and the left hip back. Pubic bone tucks towards the navel, and you're just gonna pulse. So just notice everything working together here. Hinging from your hip creases. 3, 2, rest. All right. We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and just squat jacks. Just getting into those hips. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. And then we'll go to the other side, tacking this time your left hip back so that you can feel that pubic bone tuck towards the navel. And we're just gonna pulse. 1, just feeling ankle, knee, hip. 1 line, feeling this glute fire, this glute need, stabilize this kinetic chain. 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. All right, we're back to our squat jacks in 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. Three, 2, 1. All right, we're back to the first side. So just making sure pelvis is straight ahead. You can press through the ball of the back foot. And then you're just keeping that spine nice and tall. Navel pulling into spine. And just pulsing here. Just notice what you notice. 3, 2, and rest. All right. Back to our squat jacks here. 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. Three, 2, 1. All right, other side. Go back to the side, aren't we? So we're just gonna tack and then slowly come up and down here. Three, 2, and 1. All right, back to our squat jacks. 5, 4, 3, 2. We're just switching from side to side here. Three, 2, and 1. All right, last round. So tacking left hip back, right hip's coming forward, pubic bone sucking towards the navel, pulse. Good. 3, 2, 1. One more round of squat jacks. We'll go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and begin. Five, 4, 3, 2, and rest. All right, core series. We're gonna start with hundreds. So we'll start in that tabletop position. Peel our shoulders off of the ground, knees in line with hips, and just stimulate the core by pretending that we're splashing in a puddle of water. Okay, just feeling rectus abdominis fire here. Just getting the core firing. We'll come over onto our belly for Superman. So arms extended, legs extended. You'll inhale and lift, and then you'll lower. Lift, hold for 2 at the top, and then slowly lower. Working to strengthen lower back, glutes, core. And then finally, we'll come onto our our back. Lift our legs up towards the sky. And then find that place where you can keep the back of the head, the mid-spine, and the tailbone on the earth and do flutter kicks. So just wherever that is for you, I'd prefer you not put your hands underneath your back. You'll get more core activation just bringing your legs up a little higher. Okay? So we're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and then shoulders peel off, knees in line with hips, and just splash here. Just breathing. We use our hands in this way. We create kind of a distraction for our body to have to balance. If you want, you could bring in a heel tap. It's a little bit more complex in terms of patting your head and rubbing your tummy, but it'll definitely work you a little bit more. It's good for your coordination too. Good, rest, come onto your belly. You get to be Superman. Reach your fingertips out in front of you, extend your toes. And so then you'll just lift up and then lower back down. And just notice how high you can lift your arms and your legs, and then slowly release back down to the ground. Lifting, feeling glutes fire, lowering. If you want to challenge yourself, you could do an isometric hold and just stay here. That's totally up to you. Good way to build strength. Three, 2, 1. All right, back on your backs. Legs up to the sky. Thigh bones rooting into your hip sockets here. And then you're just thinking about the back of the head, mid-spine, tailbone, all on the earth. Pointing toes and just finding that place where you can work the core and not have any strain on your lower back. The faster you go, the more you get kind of that flutter kick. You can feel those deep core muscles really working, which is always good. Three, 2, and rest. All right, we're back to our hundreds. So you get to stay right where you are. Lift your shoulders off the ground, knees in line with hips. Get comfy. And so here's your choice. You can tap and do hundreds, or you can just do 100. So just listen to your body. What feels good to it right now. And go from there. All right, and rest. Superman on your belly, arms extended, legs extended. Let the tailbone reach towards your heels and then lift. You'll get a little more inner thigh muscle activation. If you keep your legs together, it's a little more challenging. So just see what feels good to you right now. Rest. All right, flutter kicks. Legs up towards the ceiling. You can point them and then just flutter away. I like to spread my toes nice and wide to get my muscles hugging onto my bones. So I really feel that engagement of my legs. Three, two, rest. Knees into chest. Prepare for our last round of hundreds here. So once again, picking those shoulders off of the ground, rectus abdominis firing, and then just letting your hands move up, down, like they're splashing in water. Making sure to have a nice fluid breath here. Once again, tapping one heel and the other if that feels good to you. Nice for a little bit of arm toning here. 3, 2, rest. On your belly, Superman. Lift and lower. Lifting, lowering. It's your last round, so if you want to just hold here, you can. Or you can lower back down. And rest. All right, flutter kicks. Last round here. Knees straight. Arms by your side. And just finding that nice rhythm for yourself, or you can flutter. Feeling nice engagement through your core, maybe exploring a little bit lower down, seeing how that feels. Just making your back of head, mid-spine, tailbone are still connecting to the earth. Three, two, and rest. Nice work. Core round is done. Okay, so we're moving on to a little bit more glute med activation, similar to what we did the other day. If you're with me for the clamshell, the hip dip, and then the lift that we did in the warm up. So we're just going to do that on one side. And really working lots of good stuff here. Then we'll go to the other side. Forearm, really make sure you're pressing your forearm down into the earth and feeling that connection of the shoulder just gently nestling onto the back so that you're not tipping forward, but you're really supporting yourself with your back body. And then you're lifting and lowering, keeping that core nice and engaged. And then finally, we'll just use that to come to one end of the mat and then to the other and just get a little shuffle in. I don't know what your space is like. If it's not good for that, you could always just do a little bit. So do whatever feels good to you. You could also just really focus on the shuffle, back and forth, keeping the chest lifted. Okay, so those are the three moves. We're gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and so you'll lift, and then do the clamshell. So you're feeling the bottom, glute fire, and the top. And you're pressing your feet into each other so that you can feel the muscle energy, the muscles hugging onto the bones here, which makes that top glute med fire a little more readily. Good, rest, other side. Once again, pressing forearm into the ground, keeping that chest nice and long, navel pulling in the spine. And as you press up, press your feet into each other, get that bottom glute firing. Nice work, everybody. One more. All right, rest. So you're gonna come up to stand. So most important, just to have shoulders down and back, athletic position, and then just shuffle in. You don't have a lot of room to shuffle in, but what you're feeling is just that movement side to side, keeping the chest lifted, just getting a little bit of quickness, right? A little agility, having to switch directions. Just noticing all the muscles that need to fire to do this. It's your frontal plane, which really helps stabilize your movement in your sagittal plane. And rest. Nice work. Okay, we're back to our first side. Forearm pressing down into the ground, one knee on top of the other, and then we'll just press up and come into that clamshell. Lower. Three, two, and one. It's a burner, huh? All right, coming to the other side. Pressing forearm into the ground, knees stacked on top of each other. And we can just begin. I'm feeling it more on the bottom than I am the top, but I'm also feeling it right on the top. So notice if you put your hand on that upper right quadrant of your glute, that it's firing. The more that you do this, and then actually put it into full body motion, the more your body will start to recognize it firing and help you have a more stable pelvis, which is really nice. All right, rest. Back up to stand. Back into our athletic position. So hinging from your hip creases, staying low, and then just finding a nice little shuffle from side to side. If you want to tap on either side, you can. Not a lot of room to work with, but enough to give you a little cardio. All right, last round of fun here. So pressing forearm into the ground, stacking knees on top of each other. And just really noticing the shoulder nestling onto the back, lifting, lowering. Rest. All right, other side. Forearm pressing into the ground, knees stacking on top of each other. And then just noticing here that you're really allowing that shoulder to find its way into the shoulder shut socket. Lowering, lifting. Three, two, and one. All right. Back up to stand. It's really feeling into your feet, really light, explosive, shoulders down and back. And then you're just gonna touch, side step. Three, two, and one. All right, nice work. All right, next, we're going to do first alternate leg lowers. So a little more core. This time pressing legs up to the sky, lowering one leg entirely, lifting it, and then lowering the other. And just moving from side to side. Then you'll come up to stand, and you're going to come into a nice lunge position here. So if you come to 90-90, tacking that front hip back, then you're gonna come up to a tall position. You'll come halfway down, and then you'll rotate, and then you'll lower, and then you'll come up and rotate and lower. So just kind of doing a lunge with rotation here. You may find that if there's a floor, you might get a little bit more of a swivel on the floor. And then we're gonna do snowboarders. So we did this a little while ago. So you'll get nice and low here, and then you'll switch to the other side, and then you're just kind of moving from side to side. You're getting a little air, okay? All right, here we go. I'm gonna go in 5, 4, 3, 2, and then you're just gonna lower, and then other side. Just maybe packing those shoulders into your lats and lowering one leg and then the other. Rest. All right, I'm gonna come onto the floor because it'll give me a little bit more of a swivel to work with here. So we're coming down to find that 90-90 position. We're gonna press up and then swivel, and then come back down, press up, and swivel. If you wanna bring your arms up as you're swiveling and down as you're coming down. We usually do this with a kettlebell, so that changes things a little bit. Good, rest. All right, snowboarder jumps. So you're hinging, and you can just let your hands come to the earth, and then you'll just switch directions. So you're just kind of changing your position. If you want to make it more upright, you can do that too. That actually puts a lot more impact on your quads and your glutes. So just kind of finding that nice soft landing so you know you're using your core. All right, rest. Good job. Back to the earth. Hands on the earth. Feet up towards the sky. And then one leg lowers, other leg lowers. One leg, other leg. Rest. All right. So come into that half kneel position, tacking that front hip back, pressing into the ball of your back foot, keeping that chest nice and tall. You can start with a ball of energy in your hands here, lifting it up, and then coming to the other side and bringing it down, lifting it up, and bringing it down, up, down, up, down. Definitely easier on the glute floor. All right, ready for some snowboard jumps? Five, 4, 3, 2, and just using that core, shifting directions, landing. Get you ready for your next maybe surfing trip. It's probably going to be a trip before snowboarding this year, huh? All right, let's do a flipboard. All right, so we're back to the ground. One more round. Arms down by your sides. One leg, other leg. You're just moving side to side here. Doing your best to really keep that nice long leg, toes pointing towards your ankles so you can feel a little more quadricep engagement. So flexing the feet. And rest. Last round here, coming into that half kneel position, tucking back toe under, pressing into your back foot, so lift up, rotating 180 degrees, coming back down, lifting back up, rotating, just moving from side to side. Full body movements here. Getting everything firing. Good. Rest. All right. Last round, snowboarders. 3, 2, and 1. So just getting a nice athletic position, hinging from the hips, engaging your core as you move from side to side, landing nice and light. And rest. All right. We have time for one more round because I was late. I apologize. We're going to do alternate. We're going to do a reverse table. So I'm just going to have you start here. We'll get right into it. And you'll lift up, extend your hips up towards the sky, and then slowly lower back down. Hips lift, and then lower. Lift. We'll do 2 rounds. Lower. Lift. Lower. Lift. Pressing into the balls of the feet. Lower. Three, 2, and rest. All right, so we'll come up to stand. You're gonna do a little prison squat. So that means your hands are behind your head. You're gonna hinge from your hips, and then you'll sit back, and then you'll press up. Sit back, press up. And just do your best to keep your elbows nice and wide here, so that you're keeping that chest nice and open, hinging from your hip crease. Nice work. Three, 2, and 1. Nice work. And then we're gonna do a little ollie shuffle. So we're just gonna be light on our feet and move back and forth. If you wanna punch, you can. But we're just really kind of focusing on just being nice and light on our feet as we move forward and back. The lighter we land, the more core we're using. Right? Three, 2, rest. All right, we'll do one more round. So we're coming back into our reverse table. Your option for up level here is that you'll lift your hips up and then kick, come down, kick. Okay, just for a little extra fun. 2, and 1. All right. Hands behind the head. Pressing hands into head, head into hands. So elbows spread nice and wide. Letting feet be hip width apart or maybe a little wider. And then just sitting back into those hips. Pressing up, back into hips, up. Three, 2, and rest. All right. Get ready for our last round of just that nice light movement, tapping feet forward and back. Sometimes it's helpful to be in movement first before we try to balance, because then we start to feel the elasticity of our fascia muscles harmonizing together. We feel that like buoyancy in our being, and then we can start to refine what that looks like, balancing on one leg and then the other. All right,